happy to be here. I'm excited. 2025 was kind of a mixed bag. I'm excited for 2026. I'm like the only person happy for 2026. 2025 had some okay things happen to me. Like, one good thing is I lost 187 pounds. No, thank you. I feel like I look real good, and then I take off my shirt, and I kind of look like a candle that got left in a car. Yeah, just all melted and weird, you know? Smell of its memory of cookies. Yeah, dude, at my heaviest, I was 454 pounds. That's a big boy, you know? That's a big boy. And everyone always wants to know, like, how you got that big. They're like, well, how'd that happen? I'm like, well, you know about pizza, right? Like, I'm not breaking news to you. Everyone wants a horror story. They always want you to be like, well, sometimes, when the moon is full, I end up in a cornfield waking up surrounded by candy bar wrappers. Guy after a show came up to me, he's like, that can happen. That's actually called a diabetic coma. And I was like, oh no, you mean my weaknesses are silver and insulin? I was feeling good about myself. I wanted to get something nice for the missus. Valentine's Day was rolling around, so I decided I was going to get one of those, I was going to do some of those boudoir photos. You know those? Yeah, the ones where you pose sexy, you kind of hope it horns her up a little bit. I was talking to the photographer. I'm like, hey man, loving your portfolio, liking these pictures. Just one quick question. I don't see any photos of Shar-Pays. How do you do with flaps? I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with my backup plan, which is I just put chocolates under each one of my folds. Like a slutty advent calendar. Yeah. She did not find them all. No, she did not find them all. No, man. I don't know. I learned a lot at that size. I learned we profile fat people in this country. It's true, we profile fat people. I know we do, because every time I walk into a dispensary, the guy behind the counter would be like, edibles? Like, yeah, show me what's new in brownies, you know? No, here's the thing. I think fat people are the only people you're allowed to make fun of still. I think it's true. We're the only group you can make fun of, because you know we're not going to march about it. We're not historically a marching people, you know? Like, I'll crush a sit-in. You're playing to my strengths there. Yeah, but I'm not walking for shit, you know? Which I think is ironic, because I am the one person that 100% of my problem would be solved by marching, you know? Just nobody has to vote, no laws have to change. I just walk for 100 days. On day 99, I'd be like, why was I so angry? I can see both my feet again. Hey, there's my weenie. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, the relationship that fat men have with their genitals, same one that white women have with haunted houses, you know? We can't always see it, but we can feel a presence. We're like, oh, there's a cold spot. Martha, get the Ouija board, you know? You guys are fun. 2025 wasn't all great for me, though. I did have something bad happen. I got a divorce. Where are my divorced folks at in the room? Hell yeah, I love when a woman woos, all right? When a woman woos, you're like, yeah, Sheila's getting good wienering again, you know? You get it, girl. When a guy woos, you're like, oh, he's gonna commit a felony. No, it's weird. Here's the thing, I was married for 13 years. How it happened is I was driving back from a show in Omaha, Nebraska, and my wife called me up, and she goes, Kevin, it's over. I filed for divorce. Paperwork's in the mail. And all my friends, all right, dial it down there, bud. And we're not going to make it a murder-suicide. What are we doing here? All my friends were like, Kevin, did you see it coming? And I was like, no, because if I would have seen it coming, I would have gone to a way cooler city than Omaha, Nebraska. I would have gone to Vegas. They have hookers and cocaine in Vegas. What's Omaha? I have frozen steaks? Also, I wouldn't have done it when I had a 9-hour drive from Omaha to Indianapolis. If you want a visual metaphor for what you think the rest of your life's going to be, do that drive just at night being like, oh, is this what it is forever? Just darkness and loneliness? Oh, there's a light in the distance. Maybe it means it'll get better. Oh, nope, shit, it's Iowa. Had to move out of my house. I moved into a 1-bedroom apartment in Kokomo, Indiana. Yeah, because sometimes your rock bottom's got basements, you know? Dude, I moved into Kokomo, Indiana, and here's the thing, I'd never lived on my own. I'd only ever lived with partners or roommates, so I asked my friends to come with me, but the problem is all my friends are comedians. And that's not who you should bring, all right? You don't need to bring a laugh track to sad times, all right? Like at one point, my friend was just, I was talking to the realtor, and I just look over, and he's doing pull-ups in the closet. And I was like, hey man, what are you doing? Do you need to just get the workout on that bad? And he's like, oh no, I was just checking to see if this could hold you. You know, for later. I was like, and? You know, I don't want to pay a security deposit if it can't, you know? It's so funny. There's two camps of people when you get a divorce when you're my age. There's one that's like, we need to watch out. Cavin's going to spend all of his money on strippers and drugs. No, I spend it all on buying stupid hats and Warhammer. Okay? All right. It's sad enough when you don't laugh, guys. All right. You're like, oh, he's a nerd. Let's make him feel bad. No. The other group's always like, oh, are you okay? Are you going to hurt yourself, Kevin? Are you going to hurt yourself? Here's the thing, guys. I would never hurt myself. I would never kill myself. I even treat my guns like I treat my penis, you know? Like, yeah, I try to get it in my mouth when nobody's looking. But something stops me every time, you know? Like my ribs are a will to live. All right, if you're not laughing at that, you're not helping the healing, Skyline. You're not. Also, every man here has tried to suck his own weenie, all right? Yeah, just anytime you're in an argument with somebody, just remember, he's tried to go tip to tup there, you know? And just be like, you know what, I don't have to listen to your advice anymore. You tried to suck your own penis, all right? I don't care what you say, doctor. No, it's weird. It's a strange time. Here's the thing, I wouldn't kill myself in a one-bedroom apartment in Kokomo, Indiana. I would never run the risk of becoming a ghost in Kokomo, Indiana. Oh my God. Just be haunting a sadder version of myself in the future. She's like, no, it's my turn to cry. Boo! But really, boo-hoo, you know? All right, not every pun's gonna be a winner with you guys. I like how you guys treat my comedy like it's dishes at a church potluck. All right, you guys are like, we liked that one, but not that one. That one had raisins in it, Kevin. I'm just happy to see people. I'm just so happy because, like, here's the thing. I used to teach high school English on Zoom. Yeah, I'm used to darkness and silence when I talk, all right? I don't care what you guys do. Dude, I realized I was just the worst version of a YouTube streamer. You're just like being like, hey guys, like and subscribe if you want to learn how to diagram a sentence. And then from the darkness, a kid would be like, we get Netflix and porn on our phones. What else can you do, old man? No, don't awe me. I'm here now, it gets, okay. No, it was so weird. Here's the thing, like I taught during the pandemic. I had to run an entire school from my house. They gave me no school supplies. Like I almost started an OnlyFans page just to get school. I almost showed my butthole for a blackboard, guys. Yeah. No, I almost hung dong for dry erase markers. If I go further with that joke, I'm threatening these lovely ladies in the front row. I'm just like, hey, you girls want to see a button sewed on a couch cushion? You wanna? All right, not nose. Motel 6, 107. All right. I can't afford a Motel 6. No, it's so weird. It was weird during the pandemic because, like, I learned stuff as a teacher I didn't know I needed to know. Like, do you guys know what you're supposed to do in the event of a fire in one of your students' houses when you're teaching on Zoom? Neither did I. I was like, oh, I'm just going to mute your camera and not take roll for you till tomorrow, bud. You know? Good luck out there. Stop, drop, and roll. Here's the thing. I taught high school English. I don't think we need to teach fire drills at the high school level. This is a true statement. You can believe me. You can Google it after the show if you want. We have not had a teenager die since we invented the fire drill in 1953. Which brings me to my point. If your son or daughter, by the start of freshman year, cannot successfully escape a fire, we did you a favor. I'm sorry, they didn't have a bright future. they had a bright moment. We saved you 6 years of a college tuition, you know? And not a good school, a bad one, like University of Wisconsin. Did you ever just watch a comedian lose all the goodwill he's worked to build? One of you guys are like, oh, he's gonna have to get walked to his Kia tonight. No, it was weird. Here's the thing, I think all school drills are a little bit dumb. I think they're all dumb. There's only one we really teach anymore in this country, and do you guys know what that one is? Yeah, you guys, okay, this is how I get Appleton's a little bit smarter town than where I'm from in Indiana. Because you guys all said active shooter, and that's the right answer. But usually in Indiana, somebody that looks a lot like me just turns and overconfidently shouts, tornado. And I'm like, oh, you think wind is the problem? You think wind is the thing facing the youth of America? Go to Chicago, see what they'll do. They'll be like, hey, kids, get your guns, shoot the wind. You know? Now, it's an active shooter drill, and it's a weird drill because it consists of 3 parts. It consists of run, hide, fight, and I think that's a dumb fucking drill because that's 3 verbs I can't do. Look at this body. I'm not run, hiding, or fighting anything. Are you kidding me? You want me to teach your kid a drill, you need to make it a thing I can accomplish. You need to make it like, sit, cry, accept your fate, you know? And I heard some buttholes pucker on that joke. I did. I heard some, they're like, he said Kia, right? And we'll get him, you know? No, here's the thing. I tell dark jokes about schools for 2 reasons. One, because I think if we don't talk about the things that scare us in life, if we don't handle and deal with the things that scare us, we don't make light of them, they become too big for us to do anything about, and we never end up fixing the problem. It's the first reason I tell those jokes. Second reason is because I know when I say them, you're picturing students with hopes and futures, and I didn't fucking teach those, all right? I didn't have a single goddamn one, all right? The smartest thing one of my kids ever said is he goes, hey, Mr. Eggleston, when you shave your head, it kind of looks like a clitoris. I'm not taking a bullet for that kid, all right? I'm not taking a bullet for Caleb. I'll take a gun from a school shooter. I'll pistol whip the shit out of Caleb is what I'll do. Also, this is an Indiana school. Who taught you what that is, you know? No, I don't teach anymore. I had a favorite day as a teacher. My favorite day as a teacher was the sex ed assembly day. But you guys not have that in Wisconsin? You guys are more of a guess and check state? Dude, I loved the sex ed assembly day because I didn't have to do anything. The way my school did it is they took every junior and senior, all like 1,800 of them, shoved them into one room in a hot day in June, and they made one man teach them about the miracle of life. And that one man was Coach Torrance, the PE teacher. Do you guys ever think it's weird the PE teacher's the one teaching sex ed? That's so strange. We don't let that guy do dodgeball because he allows face shots, all right? And they were like, ah, well, get out there and teach those kids how to do back shots. I was like, it's weird because public schools pay science teachers, people with degrees in anatomy and biology, things fundamental to fucking. And I think that's weird because then what are they like? Are they like, well, Coach Torrance played 1 season of D3 football. He knows a little bit more about putting penises in vaginas than these book bitches back here, you know? Man's had 4 divorces, he's a god. Except here's the problem. Coach T goofed it up one year and we had to build a daycare center at my high school. What do you do for a living, my man? What do you do for, huh? Manufacturing. See, you've never been so bad at manufacturing you caused a population boom is my point, right? It's never, no. Instead of firing him, what they did is they made him have to team teach the class like it was a buddy cop comedy in the 80s. And the only teacher that was available was Mr. Desjardins, our auto shop teacher. And it was less teaching and more of them playing a game of like, whose line is it anyway presents birth. Just be Coach Torrance pointing at a giant diagram of a uterus being like, did you kids know that once a month the uterine lining sloughs off and blood comes out the vagina? Desjardins, what should you do? And Desjardins was like, well, I'm going to go lay down a towel. So what I'd do if she were a leaky Trans Am. Did you guys hear two different sounds there in that joke? Because like when I said the word slough, every woman in the room went accurate. Accurate, not funny, but accurate. And every man in the room went, don't say that word again. I'm trying to eat buffalo wings here. The lesson would go on. Coach Torrance would be pointing at that same diagram. He'd go, did you kids know that sometimes when a woman has a baby, her water breaks and a baby makes its way out the birth canal? Desjardins, what should you do if that happens? And Desjardins like, well, I'm going to go lay down a towel. If it's a real bad spill, throw down some loose sawdust. Yeah. My school was a little bit more progressive, so we had a lesson on alternative sex practices. So Coach Torrance would be up there and be like, did you kids know that if it's a birthday or an anniversary, you can use the butt? Well, strap one on, sir. You're going to have a hell of a night. All right. You can use the butt. Anyway. Desjardins, what should you do then? And Desjardins is like, well, I think you should use proper lubrication. You know? Come on, Wisconsin. I thought you guys were going to crush that one. All right. I thought you guys would know you're mostly a cheese-based diet out here. All right. If you guys enjoyed that joke, after the show, I'm selling some merch. I have these stickers. They say, from blood to Buick to butt stuff, lay down a towel. I also have t-shirts. The t-shirts are all $25. They just say support live comedy, because that's what you do every time you come out to a comedy show. You support live comedy, and we love you for it. My stickers are pay what you want, take what you want. You can choose to give me $1, $5, $50, whatever you want. Just know I drove here all the way from Indianapolis. Gas is like $5 a gallon. So if you want to only give me $1 for one of those stickers, just let me know so I can close my eyes before you spit in my face, all right? And if you want to spit in my face after the show, $50. I'll even lay down a towel. Get out of here on this. If you take away nothing I've done in the last 10 minutes or so, just know you have to care a lot to be a teacher. You really do, and I don't. Don't at all. I tried to care one time. I had a kid come into my classroom. He's like, Mr. Eggleston, is it cool if I eat lunch with you? And I was like, no. No, it's never cool to eat lunch with a teacher, you fucking nerd. But he ate his lunch with me every day for 3 weeks. And at the end of that 3 weeks, I realized something. I realized I'd never seen this kid with a friend. I'd never seen him talk to another person. Never even seen him interact with somebody his own age. And I was like, Kevin, this might be a cry for help. This kid might need you. You might have a chance to save a life here. You could be a hero to him. So the next day, I got my lunch. I sat down with him, and I just said, hey, bud, I get sad sometimes too. Is there anything you want to talk to me about? He just looked me in the eyes and goes, no. I eat lunch with you because you look depressed when you teach. And I was like, what? No, I'm the hero in this story, not you. I saved you. So I paid some kids to bully him for the rest of the year. All right, folks, I've been Kevin Eggleston.